to enter the train. Who dares to enter the mayhem? Unika. May. Danger. First match. Danger. First match.
Let's go for home slice. Are you doing well, Mum? Well, I've been treating you well. I was considering streaming Streets, but I'll just wait till tomorrow because I tried labbing Elena a bit, and she's just, in a good way, she's just got so much like freedom with the routes. At least it feels that way so far. I was just getting nowhere. Well, I say that, no, I definitely did get a little bit of an understanding for her routes, but not her neutral. Like, I didn't understand what the fuck I was supposed to be doing or pressing, and I could not be, because I know what the fuck Street Fighter's matchmaking is like. I do not want to be playing against crackhead fucking diamonds. I'll probably be in platinum. I'm that bad with it. I don't want to be playing against crackhead fucking platinums on Ryu when I haven't got my brainwaves there. It's gonna be like that anyway, but I guess. But I was like, fuck it, I'll wait for a day. I'm gonna buy it tomorrow. There's two other games I'm gonna buy tomorrow as well, because I've just actually seen they've gone on sale. One, I'm gonna try Death Stranding. I just thought, fuck it, I'm gonna give it a try. It's like 16 quid on Steam. That's nice. And then Metal Gear, what was it? Metal Gear Solid. Which one is it? It's Rising Revenge, whoever one it is. They like the two good ones, the two of the ones that people really like, right? I've never tried one, so I was like, fuck it, I might do that as well. Yeah, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. It's fucking £8. I mean, come on. I'm in. Countless times. I've not played this game in about 3 days, and I can't do this at the moment. Oh no, it's because I'm on low health. Never mind. Not on low health. Not on low health, should I say? Okay, I'll grab. I'm not bad then, fucking hell. I can do it. Hunting ground. Sir. I will like Unika leaderboards to keep climbing. I actually don't know where I am. I haven't checked recently. Let's have a look. I'm 9th right now. I'm 9th and I'm 389th overall. I think literally I played that much last week that I've probably already secured an aura. There's probably not enough players that even over the course of the entire month will play as much as I did in that one fucking week, that will play enough games for enough players to replace me and stop me from getting an aura. I genuinely think I don't have to put 71 players in the Celestial. Yes, sir! I genuinely don't think I'm going to have to play another game to get an aura. But now with me continuously playing, yeah, there's no way I don't get an aura this month. The sweat at the beginning is just, it's secured. I'll at least get a fucking blue one. Unless, because I don't know how it works. I swear there's like 3 different ways of getting one, and one of them is just like total wins. So that's where I'll definitely get one. But I swear like your actual win-loss can impact you, and at some point this month I'll probably change character. Particularly someone like, I want to play Kai. So that could impact me. I mean, not that I care. I wonder how it works. Oh, because I've never really understood it myself. Oh shit. Good Maverick, how you doing himself? Your life is treating you well, man. The fact that I even get that conversion though is outrageous. I don't know what I'm fucking clicking my tongue, clicking at my lips for. Wild Assault? No. Rip it down, they said countless times. Oh! This character is disgusting. No, I 100% agree. So Cora as well, Homie Slice, are you doing well, man? Your wife is shooting you well, brother. But no, I totally agree. I don't think we need to wait a month for this to like, and this is coming from, not to say that I'm a fucking harbinger of all fighting game facts, but I don't really care about balance insofar as the thing that's unbalanced isn't not fun to me. So like, for example, Gold Lewis is mad good, right? Even before Unika came out, Gold Lewis obviously is fucking peak, right? But I don't necessarily not like playing it. I think the only character I can actively dislike playing against sometimes is Potemkin, whereas I don't really care about Gold Lewis. So Gold Lewis can be top 1 by far, and I don't, well, I don't know if he is in his current state, but from what I remember, it's like Gold Lewis and Ram. People think we're the best, right? I didn't really care, because it's like, I don't find playing against Gold Lewis that annoying. Ram is a bit more annoying, but even still, not really. But even I'm saying, This character needs a little love tap. She needs checking a bit. And honestly, I don't think you need to do that much to just rein her in a little bit. Shit, I was trying DP. Oh shit. Why did that go away? Oh, it's because he did it with no security meter. I was wondering why I got away with that. Oh shit. Fun fact, actually playing against Unika and a Venom right before the stream. Playing against my roster, man. Playing against all my characters. Yeah, Venom's peak. Tanuki really is the first time hearing this. I thought you disliked playing against Leo. I dislike Leo, but I don't really care about playing against him. But I've never really disliked any character. Maybe Axel, but even then, like, a lot of my characters are decent against Axel, so I don't really mind. But it's Potemkin now because of how he is in this patch. I was never bothered about playing against Potemkin before. It's how he is in this patch. He's in this patch. He's just fucking annoying. When I'm in like a tilt mood, he's annoying. I can take him usually, but I don't really care. But out of all the characters in the game, as they are currently balanced right now, he's one of those characters that can probably annoy me quicker than most. And you may even be able to make the case that he's not as strong as, say, like a Gold Lewis or a Ram, but I won't be as annoyed playing against Gold Lewis or Ram. Pot will annoy me though. I've said this before, man. Sometimes fighting games, I feel sorry for fucking devs because that's all I can give a dev. I can only tell him, yeah, Pot can fucking piss me off, right? Even though he's not as good as maybe some other characters that don't piss me off, this character is pissing me off. I don't know what the fuck you do with that, but that's for them to figure out, not me. As I say with... Oh wow, he's fucked. As I say with fighting game bullshit, it's kind of hard for me to point towards what I like. All I can do is point towards something that you've already made that I've decided I don't like and go, I don't like that. I don't like how you've done that type of bullshit. I'll take this bullshit because I've just decided I like this bullshit. The way this bullshit works, I'm okay with. Like Slayer and Abba. Well, there's one thing about Abba that I still don't understand to this fucking day. Why does her overhead have iframes? It's already quite quick. Online, I'd say it's borderline unreactable online. I think it is reactable, even online. But it's borderline unreactable online. Why has it got iframes? Why? This is so dumb. But aside from that, Abba and Slayer I largely find quite fine. The burp. True Pot is insufferable. I never play pot players. Ooh, apologies for the burping, goddamn. No, I'll play against any character. I will run it against any character in any bad matchup. I really don't care. Obviously, I'm not... Like, if I'm playing Gold Lewis and I see an Axel, I'd much rather run it less against an Axel than some other character, right? But I'll run it against any character with any matchup. I don't mind. I did smash my desk playing against him today. What, Venom? Or Pot? But I thought it was because I was tilting already. Bullshit blaze. Now, Pot is annoying in this current patch. Ronaldo! Go! Oh, I thought I was going to wall spot. Never mind. You gonna left right me? I'll try to. Oh shit. I've got to be careful here. Oh, she fucked that up. She didn't mean to do that. Here we go. This game in general is annoying. When's rank dropping again? But sometime between June and August. They didn't specify time. Or a date, should I say. She's not meaning to do that. I fucked that up. No, I didn't. I fucked it up. No, I didn't. I should have done a jump cancel, I think. But I fucked that. I didn't do it. Oh, fuck. I'm feeling a little rusty, man. Oh. What the hell? Holy shit. We lagging, bro. We lagging. There we go. Whoa! It lagged as I landed, so it fucking ate my gun dipper input. And then she fucking gun dipped me. That's the cycle, man. That's the cycle of fighting games. Well, this game is an impressive fucking game. I mean, all fighting games kind of are these days. I say that like I have any prior knowledge of previous days. I reckon it was probably the same in very many ways. Just the application is different. Like I saw something, there's something going around right now, discourse-wise, about fighting games. I guess there's been fighting game discourse for the last couple of years with how balanced it's been going, but there's something specifically because of the devs talking about Marvel Token having a choice between simple inputs, i.e. one-button special moves, and traditional special move inputs. And now the Invincible fighting game, I think, is just having one-button specials. There's no choice. That's just how the game is designed, right? And I'm seeing people talking like, basically, people who want simplified inputs are like playing fighting games but doing no work. And I'm like, well, yeah, you could say that, right? That's true to an extent, but not to any meaningful one, because as much as I don't want input motions removed from fighting games, the notion that removing input fighting games is like a significant fucking like detriment to the wider player base, to me, is just like fucking ridiculous. It's just stupid. And this idea that people aren't putting in work, it's like, well, no, yeah, you're right in that sense, but any fighting game player that is using simple inputs and not putting in any work is going to suck. They're just going to suck, because fighting games aren't as simple as just doing the inputs. If the game allows you to do the inputs easier, therefore allowing you to do the inputs when you otherwise couldn't, you probably also can't do all the other things that you need to do in a fighting game to beat anyone that knows how to play a fighting game. So I don't understand how it impacts people. You would actually have, like, for example, most people who are going to comment about the, for lack of a better word, ethics of putting in simple controls in a fighting game and mixing them with advanced controls, or traditional controls, I guess, and also making a game without the choice and simply just having them. Most of those people are going to be people who play enough to understand what constitutes the discourse in the first place. So most of those players are not going to be affected to that much of a degree. They are going to be affected because you get things like one-button DPs. Okay? That definitely makes... that's an advantage in the other player's favour. But then you've got to look at the case-by-case example and see how the developers have balanced that choice of control scheme. I like simple. I think it made me enjoy this game more. I welcome all forms of simple inputs. All forms of simple inputs. Well, I say all forms. All forms as they've currently existed. Like one-button DPs, I don't know, one-button specials, one-button Wild Assault. I don't know, like Tekken has one-button fucking heat engager. It's like one heat engager, as opposed to all the heat engagers you can do is just one. Stuff like that, right? You just have to wisely choose which buttons, what you get for picking the simple control scheme, because you shouldn't get everything if you're doing the simple control scheme. You shouldn't, because then that would be unfair. You should be limited. You should still be able to do all that stuff if the actual control scheme of the game allows it, like you have enough buttons to do so, but they shouldn't be tied to the simple input system you've chosen. They should still be traditional inputs. If you get what I mean. like, all simple inputs does is it sort of pulls the lower level player closer to each other. So if you're intermediately skilled as a lower level player or have no skill at all, it pulls those guys slightly closer to each other. But my perspective of that has always been, you've got no room to complain because you both don't know what you're doing. Like, if player A, who's played for 10 hours and doesn't know how to play the game, is getting beat by player B because of things like one button inputs, like like in a literal sense, yes, you're making sense. You're losing, or a large part of why you're losing. Do you even say large part? A part of why you're losing is because of the integration of one button inputs, right? One button specials, one button whatever, right? One button fucking burst, one button wilds, whatever, right? But it's not all of why you're losing, and in fact, it's not a significant enough thing that if it was removed, you still wouldn't be losing. No, you would definitely still be losing a lot of the time. So Ninja, how you doing, Slice? Life shitting you out. I'm Leandro. Welcome to the stream. I'm not a fan of one button SPD. See that? I can understand. Because the reward for an SPD, the reward and what it actually exists as, i.e. a command grab, right, make it a bit kind of unreasonable. I shouldn't be playing... I guess you kind of are with a throw anyway, but an SPD's different, right? It's more damage. I shouldn't be playing strike throw with a command grab that's one button. If it's a throw, alright then, okay. But if it's a command grab, I kind of agree, I have a bit of a problem with that. SPDs. Zangief's fucking body slam, fucking... What's the word? Pile driver. Pile driver command grab from Street Fighter. The one that you always see him do. But I say I don't like it. I wouldn't mind it. I don't know if this is how it works actually, because I haven't fucking studied modern. But can he get all forms of? Because I know he can get his EX, right? Can he get all forms of weight version of his command grab in modern? Can he do light, medium, and heavy, or does he only get one? Because he should get the one with the least. It's hard to say. No, he should get the one. He should get the heaviest one and the slowest one, right? Because modern nerfs the damage anyway, say in Street Fighter 6. So he should get the slowest one, which will be the heaviest one, and he should get, obviously as modern does, it nerfs his damage. If he's going to have it that way, I kind of don't mind a little bit, because it makes the strike throw less legit, but he shouldn't be able to get EX or the fastest version. Because the light version will also have the most range, I'm pretty sure, right? It's like Lily. Like Lily's light command grab has the most range. So in modern, she shouldn't get that, because it's the strongest tool for a grab. But then I also don't mind dynamic character balancing. So like, if you're taking a character, say like Lily, who by most consensus people will say is the worst character in Street Fighter 6, I don't mind you giving her like her best version of her command grab with one button, because she's bad. I'll go, alright then, whatever. If that then becomes the optimal way to play that character, maybe it does, I don't know, right? But I kind of don't mind ideas like that. But across the board, the idea of modern should be that you don't... Because again, like a lower level player who's using modern, of course you've got like higher level players that will use it as well, right? But most players are going to be lower level players, right? Who haven't played fighting games or just don't want to learn them, which is fine. These players aren't going to understand or truly grasp the differences in strength of the things that they're not getting, or the powerful things that you do give them. Outside of damage, they're only going to understand why something's powerful if it does a lot of damage. So you don't need to worry about like taking things away from them, or not letting them have certain things that are really good, because they wouldn't fucking know the difference. They wouldn't know the difference. They would be happy just to be doing the move with the simple input that they would otherwise not be able to do as consistently, if at all, because they're not that good. You don't need to worry about the power level. And you can keep the power level low, because inevitably, if it's still a shortcut of some way, like let's say it's DPs, right? Let's say you only get the heaviest version of your DP, which will have nerf damage and is the slowest. Good players are still anti-airing you with the heaviest DP. They don't need the lightest DP. Or let's say you switch it. Let's say you give them the lightest DP, which is the quickest, but it has the narrowest like vertical ascent. So if you if you like, go a tad bit too early, you'll miss people. It doesn't matter. The best players will time it well enough to get the DP to anti-air you, right? So that's not a problem. You don't have to worry about those guys. Those guys will figure it out. So if we're not even thinking about those guys with things like modern inputs, you don't necessarily need to worry too much about giving those simple inputs the strongest of things, because they're not going to know the difference anyway. And then let's say you assume that those players, again, these are assumptions and they're not going to be true for every single player, but I think it'd be a safe observation, because it's probably the case for most players. As those players improve, the perks of what modern offers them in the games that currently have it right now is not going to be why those players are improving the way that they are. It's going to be part of it, but it's not going to be the main reason. The main reason why they're going to be improving is because they're going to be learning the game. They're going to be learning what they can and can't punish. They might not learn the frame data, but they might start to understand what they know they can and can't punish. They're going to start to understand about their own character, what they know they can and can't do. They're going to start to just understand fighting games a little bit more in general. That's why they're going to improve. You're going to have your people that like just spam their one, that have like, they're going to have a character that's just got annoying one button specials that lower level players will find it difficult to deal with, and that player who's just spamming is just going to he's just going to blast low level competition, and they're just never going to learn. You're going to get that, right? That's going to happen, but that's going to be like the vast minority, I would suspect, of players who actually commit and play. If you're talking about players who come back every once a month, every 2 weeks, maybe, yeah, because they're not gonna spend enough time to learn the solution to the problem that they're being faced with. That's not necessarily got nothing to do with how the input is being done. It's just the fact that it's something that's being done by a player that they don't understand. I mean, that happens anyway. That happens anyway without, like, that happens in this game to people without simple inputs. So it's just the same thing. It's the same thing. It doesn't replace that happenstance, which already happens in fighting games, right? All it does is it allows for players that are less skilled joining fighting games late, or whatever you define late, but you know what I mean. Joining fighting games at this time, or just have a low skill barrier at the moment, or low skill level at the moment. It allows them to get a little bit of a leg up. And again, if you want to criticise that, I'm okay with that, because that's a different conversation. About, you know, maybe just people wanting things too easy. I'm okay with critique on that regard, and people not being okay with simple inputs for that sole reason. My argument is, though, that though that is a reason, it's not a reason that necessarily affects most people who will talk about it, because it's not going to bear much fruit at your level. There's no doubt that it does, but it's not the majority of it. I guess maybe those people could argue that the problems that it does introduce at our level are annoying. Okay, that's fair enough. I just don't think it's that much, though. Like, I've played a lot of Streets. I've played like 500 hours of Street Fighter 6. I'm not the best player in the world, but I can fucking conclusively tell you that past like hour fucking 10 or 20, I have not lost to one player because of modern controls. I've lost because I've got outplayed. Actually, I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I read that, or I don't know if I just included it in my rambling without reading it, but I saw, Leandro, about only the medium. Sorry if I didn't specifically read that. But actually, I'm thinking about it. I think it'd be fun for short term, but fucking pain for long term, because of what I was just talking about. I'm going to destroy it 4 times by Sarah, mastering with simple inputs, or now I guess Unika. I guess that's both ends of the coin, right? But as I say, that's going to happen anyway. That's going to happen anyway, because it's been happening since fighting games fucking began. Like, even with traditional inputs, lower level players will be good enough to do certain inputs for certain belligerent special moves, or just normals, to use and abuse. Like, that's been happening anyway. If anything, you can look at it both ways. You can, while that Slayer is more equipped to be belligerent against you, you are also more equipped to be belligerent against him. Because you are now being given the same advantage that he's got. Ultimately, the thing that distinguishes one player from another, and at the lower levels it's not so much because it's lower level players just aren't as good at that point, right? But what will always distinguish players in fighting games, and I guess in all things really, regardless of how they change input systems or innovate on it or whatever, one thing that will always distinguish players is the larger knowledge of the game itself. And those who choose to seek that knowledge are the ones who will be better than the players that don't. There's not for the vast majority, you can change inputs, you can fuck with balance, you can do this, you can do that. It's going to remain the same. It's like, put it this way, right? I've used so many analogies, but here's another one that I just thought up off the top of my head that I don't think I've said before. Imagine playing rock, paper, scissors with someone, right? And they say, let's play a game of rock, paper, scissors, but you've never heard of rock, paper, scissors before, right? So when you start playing the game, you don't even know that you put your hand in a fist and then do rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You don't even know what you're shooting into. You don't know what the hand signs are. You don't know anything about rock, paper, scissors, right? But the other person pulls out scissors and says they win. How the fuck are you supposed to say, well, no, you don't? Or how do I stop you from winning? Or what beats... What questions do you even know how to ask? You don't, because you don't even understand what constitutes the game. Now, if you take it a bit further, and let's say you've played rock, paper, scissors, but you haven't studied the game enough to know what beats what, so you know that you do the rock, paper, scissors shoot, and then you put a hand sign out, but you don't know which hand signs beat the other hand signs, you're never going to be able to actually pick the right answer intentionally, or at least make an attempt to do so. You're always going to pick a random option, and it might work, sometimes it might not. How did I come off of that? What did I do? Did I do some bullshit? Did I do some class? What? I almost got a combo there as well. The rock paper scissors haven't made sense to me, but maybe it's because I don't know the rules when it applies to the game. Actually, it's deaf that. Oh, you're talking about? Oh, you're talking about rock paper scissors in fighting game terms? Because I was talking about just the generic game. But I can actually explain that. I don't think it's that hard. You'll get what I mean. But what truly constitutes it is based on like knowledge of the game. In fact, I can explain it now as I'm going. So it's like when you rock paper scissors in general, it's like what is it that you can do in this moment? What is it that the other person can do in this moment? So like here, Johnny can do far slash, which is quite fast. He can do misfire. Well, he's far away now. But like when he's close, he can do far slash. That's quite quick. He can do 2S. That's quite quick. Also has decent range. You can do misfire. You can do X, Y, Z thing. And then you sort of like you're sort of calculating the RPS of like what's the most likely thing you'll do, and why is that the case? If it's the most likely thing you'll do, it's probably because it's also beneficial or leads to benefits. So it's like when I'm full screen or close to full screen and I've got a bar of meter, an RPS situation could be like in many ways me just doing gun dip across the screen and then pressing RC. That's a viable option for me to pick in the game of rock, paper, scissors, if you get what I mean. But I can't do that now, so in the game of RPS, that option is now excluded. The rock, paper, as far as I understand it, the rock, paper, scissors itself, as it's pertained to fight, as it's spoke about in fighting games, is basically, if you were to cut like a screenshot out of a match from any moment, the RPS would be, what is it that you can viably do in this situation that will actually benefit you, and what is it the other player can do?
Mankind knew that they cannot change society, so instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
And then it can be harnessed and refined into like specific situations where like the other person's +3 on block, but they're not right on top of you. They're just relatively close. So if they're +3, the RPS is, they could dash in and anticipate that you don't press, or press late, fish for a counter hit. They could press a button straight away to make it frame tight, or if you press straight away or try to move, they hit you. That type of thing. I get it, but when I'm playing the game, I really don't feel like it. I pull out paper and the other guy fucking punches me in the face with a rock. That's the thing, though, right? This is what I'm saying about knowledge, right? You might be pulling out paper at the wrong time. That might be the problem. Sometimes the answer for your RPS is nothing. Like, don't do anything. Or you have to wait. Sometimes you have to... It's not exactly a one-to-one to the game of rock, paper, scissors, right? But sometimes you have to wait for the paper to come out before you can throw rock. Or scissors, should I say. You have to wait for the answer. Probably is, but man, it's tough, man. It's tough in the beginning, and when you just don't know things, because things just happen to you and it doesn't feel good because you don't understand why. Oh shit. I agree with all that, but also I think some characters are just obnoxious to deal with. No, I totally agree. Like, we're talking about RPS conceptually, right? But one thing I've not really mentioned is how character balance basically affects that, like, intrinsically, right? Because if you're playing as a character that's fucking incredible and just has great RPS everywhere, naturally, it's gonna feel fucking AIDS to be in any situation with that character, you know what I mean? Unika is a great example of this. Her RPS from basically anywhere on the screen in any situation is really good. Another game feels like whole characters are and way to keep up the franchise is the punch in the face. Now I can say I get what you mean. Fighting games in that initial phase, to me, the best way I can kind of describe it is it's like reading a language that you don't actually know. You're reading a language that isn't your mother tongue, that you haven't learned and you haven't studied. You just don't know, right? So you're just gonna get hit with words that you just don't understand. And there's nothing really you can do about that. There's no, like, you can't just look at the word again. I know it's not one-to-one with fighting games because you kind of can do little things like this where you can figure things out without properly checking them, but you can't just look at a word again in a different language and it becomes a bit more, you gain like a bit more clarity on the word. And then you read it again, and then you read it again, and then eventually you just get the translation. It doesn't work like that with language. And fighting games is kind of the same. Not exactly, because there are some things that even for lower level players they might be able to ascertain after maybe blocking it once or twice. Hold on a minute, I might be able to press a button here. So it's not a one-to-one analogy there, but should have been baited. Thanks for me. As crazy as it sounds, in my brain, gacha games and fighting games are almost identical in theory to me. Obviously the actual gameplay is different, but so many other things apply in such frustrating ways. What do you mean? Fill me in. At least for me, when I finally understand how to counter something, it's the best sensation ever. Oh, I 100% agree. The fighting games are my favourite genre of online gaming, pretty much for two reasons, right? One is kind of universal to all forms of online gaming, and it's the sort of, oh shit, the brother's here, let's go Maverick. It's the chess match between you and another player of outwitting each other and, you know, just outthinking each other and outmaneuvering each other. And the second aspect, which is unique to fighting games, and I guess kind of does translate to some games, but I think fighting games, especially in a way no other genre can replicate, is you're beating the shit out of each other doing it. It's not like I moved a piece into the right spot and because of that I advance onto your side of the board. It's I'm smacking you in the face. Maybe my character's saying something crazy. Maybe I'm beating the fuck out of you with a big gun, or maybe some crazy fucking vampire samurai is fucking me up. That is what makes fighting games fucking awesome to me. It's that clash of strategy and maneuvering with that visual and audible feedback of fucking fighting each other. Or be it with this game, where it's like an anime style thing with great music, or it's fucking Mortal Kombat, where we're literally fucking beheading each other afterwards, and that type of shit. Like, that's what I love about it. It's awesome. To feast. Oh shit. Well played. Let's try DP. Nice. It's like chess, but in real time, yeah, 100%. If I don't keep up with every new character, the game just can kick my ass until I learn, obtain the new characters. Gotta be dinner. Hope you enjoy your dinner. What's the amount of wallet simulator these games have is insane. Are you talking about with the DLC? I get what you mean. Oh shit. But if you are still here, if not, I'll just repeat it if you want to hear it when you come back. But what's his face? I can kind of agree with what you're saying, but also disagree, because in the sense that when a fighting game drops, right, you're kind of already starting at that type of start line, because you're not going to understand every character when they launch, right? Take Tekken for example with me, right? I'm not a legacy Tekken player. I don't understand Tekken. So when I bought Tekken, I was already, I don't know. Let's just assume there's 35 characters because I don't know how many there are, right? I played Reina, so I'm 34 characters in, what's the word you want to put here? I'm 34 characters behind. 35 really, because I don't even really understand super well how to play Reina. But no, let's say that's a lie, because I understand it well enough to play against her and not struggle severely, right? Whereas I play against every other character and struggle pretty bad because I don't know what they do, right? But from the moment the game comes out, I am 34 characters behind. Or like, say with Strive, right? I think there was like 13 or 16 on launch. From the moment Strive dropped, I was, however many, -1 the base roster, 15 characters behind. So it kind of already starts that way. So I can see how that's overwhelming though, or like, can be kind of daunting. But you have to like, you have to segment your learning, because there's going to be some, I would suspect this is the vast minority when it comes to gaming, right? I've got nothing to back that up, but I would just suspect it to be so. People don't want to be playing games to sort of be fucking studying, right? There's going to be some lab freaks, like 100%, right? But people don't really want to be studying like that, or like sort of generic information and numbers like frame data, right? They want something a bit more interactive and expressive. Fighting games, though, require it of you to, in some way, compensate for the knowledge that you don't have, either learning the frame data or at least being creative somewhat and not actually learning the numbers, but just figuring out yourself where you can do certain things. Granted, that's only going to take you so far, but it's not impossible to do. But unless you're like me and you play every single DLC character when they drop, and even though I don't do that for every game, I only do it for this game, that number of characters that you are behind on will only go up. It only goes up. So you have to compartmentalize like how you learn and what you learn. And the way I sort of did it when I was just learning, because I didn't do frame data at first, especially for this game, because it wasn't even in the fucking game. I did an MK11 a bit, but you just kind of look at like what's the most common thing that's happening to you over the course of a match against a certain character, right? And then you learn that one. You don't even learn it really. You learn like simple options to stop it. It doesn't even have to be good shit, right? You can just learn like DP or a poke or that. You don't have to learn a full combo or anything like that, or like learn how to counter it and then what's my Oki? What do I do, a meaty? You don't have to learn any of that. All you have to learn is how to stop the thing from happening to you, right? Because the thing that's happening to you is probably going to be the source of most of your frustration. So stop the thing that's happening to you, right, first, and then after that, I would think that you'll find, at least I did, when you stop it in the middle of a match, and you actually stop it, and you recognise the fact that you stopped the thing that's pissing you off, one, you'll feel good about it, but two, because you'll keep stopping it, on the fly, you will think of things to do. You'll figure it out yourself. That's how it was for me, anyway. I'm sure it can be that way for a lot of players to varying degrees, assuming, which I think is a safe assumption, that all the players sort of going through that similar struggle are going to be playing the game enough, if they are, playing the game enough to slowly understand bits and pieces about the character. So they might spontaneously figure out something that's not that good, but it might work for them against the player that they're playing against, and it's something that they can feel fulfilled about because they figured it out. Do you know what I mean? But to even get there, a lot of the time, you need to figure out how to stop what's happening to you. Because there's a lot of things in fighting games that's going to stop you from doing things. I.e. just getting hit, right? But there's a lot of ways of getting hit that are very oppressive. And you're not really going to be able to stop them unless you actually block them or avoid them. And some of them are just going to get repeated on you over and over and over again unless you you punish them or you avoid them or whatever, right? I have the game on Steam, but I also got a parody version of the game, so I can lab the DLC characters. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Fighting game characters should be free in training mode. They just should. Or if you want to be really stingy and annoying, like fucking let them be playable or playable against in arcade mode. So like you can at least check certain things. It'd be really annoying to do so because the fucking AI maybe some games just won't do some shit, right? But like allow players who aren't buying the characters some way to actually fucking lab the character. But like, it's going to be this way for all fighting games in terms of like learning stuff. Like, imagine playing against Slayer, right? Imagine playing against Slayer and not knowing that when he does that jump punch off his dandy staff, you can't grab him out of it at all. Like, you just didn't know that you couldn't do it in any context, right? It changes the move entirely. It's like a free move where you just on block either he hits you and then he attacks you afterwards, or you block it and you're just stuck. And then he does a block stringy down, he steps, he does it again and again and again and again and again. Or like, imagine he does power bunker and you don't know that that's unsafe, you just don't figure it out, you don't understand that that's unsafe and he can't do that. And if he does do that and you block it, you get a punish. Imagine if you just didn't understand that concept. He would just power bunker you over and over and over and over and over again. If you didn't block it, you get hit. If you didn't block it by the wall, you get a wall splat. If you do block it, it doesn't matter, you're not going to punish him. So just do what he wants. Oh shit. Two-faced. No, I was going to DP, but I fucked him up. Maybe like in Tekken where you can play the DLC characters in story mode. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just something. If you want to be, you know, dicks about it and not fucking give us the easiness of having them in training mode, yeah, fine. But like, at least have them give people something. Nice. Side switch. Oh. Shit. Oh, I'm dead. Oh no, I'm not. Okay. I'm not close enough. What do I do? Fucking hell. Sayonara. Oh! Maverick, how did you block that? You are insane. That was crazy. Bro, it's insane, god damn it. No! That's fine. Yeah, I can bitch about fucking fighting games all day, but I can also glaze fighting games all day. I love me fighting games. And obviously this being my fucking favourite of the lot that I've played thus far, I fucking love this game. I love this game. Still waiting for the link to the sound off the commit noise. Always go by the way, look, you're doing well. But I will tell you. Remind me on after the set, I will do it for you. I'll do it right now. Unless you're okay with me literally telling you the site right now. Because you'll be able to find it on there. It's on a site called Game Banana. But if you want the link, I'll get that for you. Everything in this world leads to soul and life and yeah, with the Street Fighter 6 monetization. Oh! As much as I love my fighting games, and I love Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 is a great game. Fuck that game's monetization. That game's monetization is disgusting. And on top of that, all for a mode, basically. Well, for a mode, I guess two, right? Which is the avatar battles, which isn't that bad. It's kind of a fun idea. It's not the way I want to play fighting games, but it is a fun idea. I won't shit on that too hard. But World Tour, I will shit on World Tour till the day I die. Put it on my headstone. Here ye lies a man who till the day he died preached the message that World Tour is the worst fighting game mode, is the worst game mode ever conceived by man. It is so bad. And I don't know if it's the case, but if the fact that they have to make these cutscenes for them in World Tour and fucking like do their quest line and shit, if that's the reason why we're getting 4 characters a year for this game, I swear down, I have a seething hatred for fucking World Tour, if that's the case. I mean, I already have a seething hatred for it anyway, but if it's the reason why we're going to get 4 characters, I fucking hate it. I hate it, I swear. I hate World Tour. No worries, I'll have a good workout if you're about to go. Oh shit. If you have a good workout, man. Is he going to burst? Oh my god, so close. I was going to do PRC Beyblade. Oh god! I think he's lost. Yeah. But then again, he's getting fucking... I'm gonna have to do this! And then... Oh shit, does he get invincibility there? Or were the active frames just off? Did I mistime the thing? Right, hold on, I need to get my laptop charger before my fucking laptop dies. Hold on. How many seconds have we got? 15. Right, okay, should be good. It's fucking wrapped up. Right, there we go. Right, I'm ready.
Mankind knew that they could.
Yeah, I got splatted. Honestly, I can't be asked buying characters in that game. What for Streets? Are you not much for Streets in general, or is it because of the monetization? Because I mean, I wouldn't blame you at all. I do not blame you. I love Street Fighter 6. I think it's a fucking incredible fighting game, but that monetization is disgusting. Oh shit. And again, World Tour is a literal war crime. It's a literal war crime. Oh my god, I dropped it! I am not ashamed enough to admit that that was a DP. That was a DP attempt. Right there. Oh shit. Okay. To feast. Welcome back, Cora. No worries, man, no worries. Oh shit. Oh god. I'm alive! Praise the Lord! Oh my lord. I dropped that. Hey, it happens, man. It happens. It happens. But yeah, in general, you'll find me in favour of a lot of forms of simplification of fighting games, so long as it's a choice, not a blanket change. So, like, the Invincible fighting game, for example, it will most certainly be less fun if it's going to be a one-button special game. But not to like a significant degree. You can still offset it by having the game be really fun. But I would like to do my special inputs, please. You know, I would like to do them. It would be nice, you know. But if you're going to take them away from me, you give me a really fun game, I don't really care. But I would prefer it if you gave me the choice. Good bye, bro. How you doing, man? I'm in favour of Mommy I Smart. God damn! What are we talking about? I started the conversation about, in general, a discourse that's going around at the minute that's kind of spawned from two things. One, the dev interview from Marvel Token about having a choice between simple inputs and classic controls, or I guess regular fighting game controls, and the Invincible fighting game that is, I think they've already come out and said that they're doing one button specials, right? And people are just talking about basically people who want to play on simple control schemes basically want to play fighting games but not do the work. And I'm saying that statement is true of like the vast minority, in a way that matters. Because yes, you could say that these players don't want to do the work, but what does it matter when the vast majority of players that aren't doing the work are going to suck? So we're making fighting games easier, but for the vast majority, that added easiness isn't going to matter because they're still going to be that bad at the game that they're not going to be good at doing the other bare basic fundamentals and therefore still losing most of the time. Basically around that shit. My resolution to all that is I just hate fighting games and I wonder where this relationship will go. Which is fair to each their own, as I say, but it's I think that is the initial barrier to the genre, I think. The initial barrier to the genre is it kind of asks you. There are concrete walls. I guess all genres are like this. It just depends whether you want to conquer these walls. But there are concrete obstructions to progress, I guess, and or satisfaction when you're playing against other players. And the game will insist upon you in various ways. It doesn't have to be objectively correct, just correct enough. Figuring out how to move those obstructions out of the way. Oh shit. This one ain't going well. Ouchies! Initial barrel is my nuts! But I guess all games are like that in a way. Like card games I can imagine are exactly the same. Like, what's his face? You're playing fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! And somebody sets a trap card, and you don't know what it does, but inevitably it fucks you in some sort of way, and you don't, like, read the conditions of the card and what it does. Every time someone plays that card, it's gonna fuck you, because you're not... On the off chance that whatever thing that you do or have on the field, either whatever thing that you do as a result of it being played circumvents the issue, or whatever you already have on the field stops that card from being played, whenever that happens, you won't have done that intentionally. It will have just happened. But that circumstance is far less likely to happen than every other circumstance where you lose, basically, or where you get hit, or where you suffer the consequence of the card itself. You have to know what it does in order to not, well, to have a better chance of not falling prey to it. Shit. If you don't learn what it does, it's just inevitably going to keep working against you until you do figure out what it does. Oh! Oh shit. Nobody plays traps anymore. They're too slow, it's quick play spells nowadays, except Labyrinth. As pub metaphor because you can't tell which card is set face down. It doesn't necessarily matter about the specifics of the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Though. Because inevitably, regardless of whether a card is face down or not, when it's turned up you're going to have to know what it is. The specifics of the game don't necessarily matter in regards to this this analogy. They don't matter. It reads on the card though. That doesn't necessarily mean someone's going to read what it says on the card, though. Not all players are going to do that. It's a lot easier of an example. It's a lot easier a process than fighting games, for example. It's a lot easier to read the effects on a card than to go into trading mode and check what this is and know what it means when you do that and all that type of shit. But the sort of essence of the analogy is the same. It's not indicative on the game, it's indicative on the player to learn what the game's telling it. If it has an effect and an effect it takes immediately, but if you don't pay attention to what that effect is, unless it's lose life points, or you specifically watch what it does, how are you going to know? It's incumbent upon, if you're even going to have a shot, it's incumbent upon you already trying to be somewhat studious in regards to the other mechanics of the game. So like, for example, let's say it's a card that fucking sends something to your graveyard or takes something out of your graveyard or whatever, right? It interacts with your graveyard. If in another facet of you playing this game and not studying or paying attention to what things are or what they do, if you don't know what the graveyard is, it doesn't matter if the screen like moves over to the right, unless it fucking says graveyard highlighted over whatever you're playing on. It moves over to the right and pulls a card out of there. Even then though, like even if you notice the graveyard, you might not know what the fucking graveyard is or what it really does. It's the problem of like, oh shit, well played. It's the problem of like not knowing how to play against it for one, but also not even knowing what questions to ask in regards to how to even start, because you're not aware of other things as well. And fighting games, I feel like, kind of, it will not accept you doing that. You need to establish like a relative foundation. It doesn't have to be a strong one, but just one that allows you to be cognizant of like things happening. get what you mean, but I want to bitch about Yu-Gi-Oh! If card sets do something with graveyard, the game state literally doesn't move until the effect goes through. It doesn't necessarily mean you still understood how that effect actually plays out, though, or what again, like, maybe you did for that effect, but for the graveyard itself and what its purpose is, you're not going to understand that, so you might not necessarily understand the scope of the actual impact of the card that's pulled from your graveyard, and whether that's all that relevant or not. Sure, the thing will still happen. Yeah, that's it. Well, yeah. Oh shit. Some games in general will just have a better job, like... Well, maybe better job is the wrong way of saying it, because I don't think fighting games particularly are to blame for this, it's just the way the game is. A particularly better job of, like, showing you what it means when something happens, right? So, like... Oh shit. Am I dead? No, I'm not. Fighting games don't necessarily do a particularly great job of showing you what's actually not safe on block. Unless you know what's not safe on block, or you've played a lot of fighting games. But again, that's not like incumbent on the game, that's incumbent on you. If you've played a lot of fighting games, then you would kind of know. You'd be able to tell things that are like definitely unsafe on block. Whereas a lower level player who like doesn't even have the basis of understanding of what that means, is just not going to be able to tell what is or isn't safe on block. Shit, I tried wild shot then, I fucked it up. That's what I mean, even if player B is illiterate, the thing in the card will happen regardless, yeah, for sure. Oh! That range, man. If Ken loops Jinran, you don't know what to do and just hold down back, you can do that until the game ends, but in Yu-Gi-Oh! The game doesn't move forward until the effect on the card resolves. Yeah, you're right. I kick my ass, please. What, in this game, or... If you want games, man, just... Yeah, no problem. I'm sure Maverick will be alright with it, we played a few. Or, I thought you meant in like a motivational sense, where it's like... Can you fucking drill this message into my head, please, basically. I thought you were kind of like, going off of what I was just saying. It's like, can you kick me into gear type thing. Who are you playing though, Cora? I might be able to show you like some things that might help you with your character, if you're okay with that. It's not even funny. In what world did your TP be my 4.2S? So that was crazy. This is why I was saying they need to nerf it. I have got a 9 frame insane poke that's invincible. Isn't that kind of fucking crazy? I'm Elf. I can just play against you if you want, but if you want me to as well, I can like hop in training mode and look at some shit. It's up to you. No problem. I've got no... I'm not... That's fine. Either or. So in a fighting game, one person can drop the controller down and somebody wins, but in Yu-Gi-Oh! The game stick cannot move until the other guy interacts with the game. Yeah, I got you. Also, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is cinema when it comes to literacy. There's no helping me, Tanuki. Please just kick my shit in. Right, okay. Park 7, yeah, let's do it. Thanks for the games, Maverick, by the way. I'll be going for a bit. I'll be going for like 2 hours, so... Fucking hell, it's nearly 10 o'clock already. That was when I was fucking going to stop. Holy shit. Time just fucking like flew by. Right, okay, I don't know how much longer I'll be going for, but... We'll see. Am I even... Oh, I'm playing Unika. Right, okay. Let's go, let's go. You need to read some of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Game states, man. It's so fucking good. Yeah, man, I appreciate the games, Maverick. I've always kind of... I'm the same with like the Pokemon TCG. Like I like card games from afar, but getting into them would just take too much time. It's like fucking, I don't even know if this is the right fucking word for it, MOBAs or whatever, or like FF14 online. I don't even know if that's what they fucking are. Like, I can't remember what the fucking right term it is for it, but I want to try out one of those, or MMOs, but I will just lose my life to it. I can't afford to do that. I already play enough fighting games as it is.
You should kill yourself.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh. I'm burping. Oh my god. I can already tell you in like 2 seconds of gameplay just after you doing like a few conversions, Koro. The problem isn't your skill with your character. Granted, obviously, not to try and sound derogatory anyway, you're not going to be the greatest player because you don't play all the time, right? And you don't necessarily know everything about your character, but you know enough. It's going to be what you don't know about other characters. That's going to be your main problem. Like, I can already tell that you kind of understand just how to like route into Rekka. That's going to help you like a shitload in general. And then like something like this, 100%. As long as you can do this, like you're like 50% of the way there. But the other 50% is like the harder part. Because you have to figure out how to stop people from doing what is the equivalent of their Elfelt Rekka into thing to you. It's a 40-minute video about how one Yu-Gi-Oh card resolved because of a comma. You still try at Master Duel, that you hold your hands so very beginner friendly. Yeah, but in general, like, I'm still gonna be learning the game though. Like, I'm gonna have to like actually commit my brain to learning how to play the game. It might start as beginner friendly, but eventually the training wheels are gonna come off, and I'm gonna have to play against other people. And I'm gonna go through the same thing that I experienced in fighting games. I gotta learn, and I don't want to. Like, well, I kind of do just for the fun of gaming, but I don't want to because I know that time-wise, I'm just not going to commit to it. And if I did, it would be a net negative to me. Same thing with MOBAs and MMOs. So I'll never play an MMO. Eventually real men hop on rank game 1. Can we stop the fire? Oh. Shit. Fuck. Okay. Excuse me. Did you play meme decks on rank for gems? It was cinema. Zombies for life. You play track tricks and looking at you a little different. Well, those guys are gigabase though. I've got no idea what any of these mean, but I'm with you.
The strength you have requires some serious vocal prowess.
Does the game feel like it's not reading your inputs fully? Not for me personally, you know.
Instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beasts.
You should kill yourself.
It feels alright at the moment. That's not how you pronounce Maldoche? 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 I've got no idea. No idea. Oh. Countless times. My doll cherry. My doll cherry. Where I must be.
You should kill yourself.
Oh shit. Nice. Get the wall spot. Nice. Oh shit. I didn't mean to do that. I was going to be a throw. Oh shit. I think it's about to hit. Ooh. I did press heavy slash, but was I too late though? No, but yes, or so.
You should kill yourself.
Can you say the shape part I can cherry, or the chair part I can cherry, but don't say the area, the re at the end. It's like Mad Old Chair. Hunting ground. March on shock.
I see. The strength you have requires some serious vocal prowess.
Last one? No, I got you.
You should kill yourself.
I'll just pause for a sec because a colleague from work has just sent me something, so I'm going to look at it in a second. But it's a voice note, so I've got to listen to it in a second. Oh no! Wipe you out!
You should kill yourself.
Shit. I'm at 6H. Fuck, I didn't get the dash cancel. Countless times. Raise my courage, strength, pride. If the match is Cora, thank you. If you want, if you're still around as well, I can show you like 2 things about Unika that will definitely help you playing against it, because I just know players who aren't used to it are going to be spamming them. But I'll have to do that in a sec because I just got to check this. BRB. Round back. I had no idea close slash could whiff. The opponent backdashed into the wall. Right, let me show you this as well. I can show you this too. This is kind of easy to understand as well. So it depends on the character. I don't know all the numbers. It's good. How are you doing, by the way? That's good, Homisalas. Which if I was here actually at the fucking beginning, I thought that because it bothered me for forgetting. Right. What's his face? So, does this game show active frames? No, it doesn't, right? So, do you understand what active frame means? Active frames mean, Koro? If you don't, it doesn't really matter. Because the explanation is simple. But do you already know what it is? I've been playing Streets while watching. I hope you've been having a good street session, a good grind. No, just tell me how you say it, no idea. Right, I got you. Right, this will be a simple explanation. So, we don't need to worry about the specifics, right? But just think of active frames as how long an attack can actually hit you for. So, if you look at Unika's punch, right, it's 16 frames. Right? But it's probably only active for like 1 or 2. So it means that for only 2 frames during that 16 frames can it hit you. In other words, for a very, very short period of time. Very short period of time. So, in this game, there are a number of circumstances where you'll get invincibility frames, right? One of them is when you get up. So even though it looks like I'm hitting her, right, when she's up, it won't hit her, right? But if I do a move with more active frames, it'll hit her, even while she's still getting up. Now, it can still miss, which is what I'm going to explain in a minute. It can still miss, but it covers... So let's say this maybe is 2. This might be 5. So it lasts that bit longer, right? I don't know how quick... Because everybody has different... Well, not everybody, but certain weight of characters. Like, Elphelt's quite quick, right? So hers is probably pretty good, I would think. Characters have a number of how many frames they can be invincible for when they backdash. Or invulnerable when they backdash, right? That gives you some invincibility frames. So, if I throw Elphelt in the corner, and she backdashes on wake up, with decent timing, she can avoid like a button that doesn't have many active frames. You want a button with more active frames so it covers the timing between you guessing when I'm going to hit you and you actually backdashing if you do, right? Now that doesn't always mean it's going to be the best button, but if I use something like this, which has probably got the most active frames, I can use it quite late and it will still hit it. Because it's still active. It'll be active for long enough for it to come out of invulnerability when she's backdashing, right? Remember, the backdash is not frame 1 invul, so you can't wake up. See, I didn't even know that. So close slash's active frames just can't reach you dodge into the wall. It can, as Better Bro just illustrated there. Backdashes aren't frame 1 invulnerable. So if somebody's mashing backdash, yeah, you might miss it, right? But it also depends on your timing. So you have to like vary up your timing when you do it sometimes, and it can be tough to do that, which is why you use different buttons as well on people's wake up and at different spacings. But just to stick with close slash, if you're in the corner against somebody, sometimes you do it later. So if you've decided, I am going to run in on this person and press close slash, sometimes you have to wait a second so that you catch them whilst they're backdashing, instead of doing it when you think you should do it when they're about to get up. You have to wait a second. Or like in Elphelt's case, you could do something like this. Will Unika replicate the behaviour? Fuck's sake, I'm on 1 HP, aren't I? Fuck's sake. This isn't the best way to do it. But just as you're getting used to understanding like iframes and shit on backdashes, this probably isn't the worst option. So she backdashes, she doesn't. Basically, do your 2HS. It's not the greatest option, but it will have more active frames, I would think, than your close slash. In fact, I can get. You don't need to know the numbers, but I can get you the numbers just for clarity. Just so I'm not assuming when I'm telling you this or that. Right, so her close slash... See, this is exactly what I mean, right? Her close slash has 6 active frames. 6, right? How much does 2S have? 2H. Two H also has 6, so it's the same actually. It doesn't matter. So in that case then, just stick with close slash. But as much as you can backdash them, but you have to vary your timing to avoid the backdash. If you get what I mean. To try and catch people out. Like if they're mashing, then you want to do it straight away. Like if they're mashing on wake up, you want to do it straight away to stop them from mashing, right? But if they're backdashing and you see that they're backdashing, that's when you've got to kind of vary it up and run in and do it, or just do it straight away and see what happens. Well, like what's 6H? How many has 6H got? Six H has got 9, right? So Alfelt's forward heavy slash has got 9. It's got more than those 2 moves, right? So you could do something like this. Say you threw Unika. You could kind of like backdash and do this. Again, these aren't like the best options. But against lower level players, you'll find if they're mashing backdash or they're mashing buttons, some of these options will work for those things because this has more active frames. So if you time it in a certain way, you'll be able to cover somebody backdashing. And you might even be able to beat mash as well. Like if you did it from like here, you could beat mash and backdash. And do something like that. Uniface's job is clip that. It is, it's great. We'll just play Bro Tem King because he has 20 frames of invul on his backdash. I didn't even fucking know that. That's crazy. Let's play a game. What, me and you? Oh, you're talking about what you're saying, maybe? Does Abba feel like more? Does Abba feel like more? Does Abba feel more like rock paper or scissors? And same question for Unika. Are you talking about the whole idea of RPS, or you want me to pick a rock, a paper, or a scissors? I don't know what you're asking exactly. But I kind of all characters are kind of on that line. It's just knowing what to do and where and why, if you get what I mean. And a lot of it is like you can kind of simplify it. So, like for my character, there's only 2 buttons I really want. Well, 3. 3 buttons I want to press here. This one, and this one. This isn't even thinking about like jumping in or special moves. Here, I want to be pressing these 3 buttons. Why? Because they reach. And then on counter hit, I can get combos off them. Or even on hit, I can do stuff. But in general, my RPS, like anytime I'm here, or like here, it's the same thing. Now you can go further and further and further. Or like, if Alfelt hits me, so if like Alfelt sweeps me, my RPS here is dependent on what she does, but I know that the only thing she's probably going to do are this into bomb toss, this into gunshot, or this into run up to me, in which the only options are throw or strike. And just in general, like, does Abba and Unika feel... What does Abba and Unika feel like in rock, paper, scissors? Oh, I get what you mean. Both of them are simple. It's just Abba's hard because, well, it depends on your skill level. Abba, I would say Abba would be harder for lower level players because her RPS in base form is harder to use because she's slow. And lower level players aren't going to be able to convert in the way that high level players will be able to off of those tools. Whereas Unika is simple and feels simple. Because Unika has a lot of shit she can do just by mashing buttons and then confirming what you do after mashing the button. We're talking about like, something interesting like politics. Politics interesting? God damn! I mean, maybe, I don't know. I hate people who wear coloured socks. I said it. Damn! What is RPS? Putting it in the simplest terms, because I don't understand the actual, like, the fighting game historian definition. RPS can be boiled down to what it is you can do in any situation. Like, if you watched a match, right, and you watched footage of a match, and you just cut out a screenshot of that match, right? Let's say it looked like this. Can I pause it and, like, have the fucking thing off the screen? I don't think I can. I wanted to like a still screenshot where you can see the screen. But like, let's say it's a sweep, and you screenshotted that right where she's on the floor. RPS means what can Unika do, what can Alfelt do in regards to what Unika does, or just in general, and then like you're assessing which of those options are the best options. And the RPS, I guess, the actual use of the game of rock paper scissors is. Your RPS might be, I do this because it beats this. Or I need to do this if they do this, because it will beat that action that they take. And you kind of quantify those options based on how strong they are. Does that make Abra Scissors and Unika rock? I mean, I don't know, but if you want to put it that way, I guess. Abba's definitely... Because again, I've said this before, I don't think this game is inherently that difficult. Because of the way its combo system works a lot of the time, it gives you a lot of wiggle room. But that's not the problem. It's learning what everyone else does. That's the problem. Yeah, rock feels simpler to me, so off vibes, I'll just fucking go. I'll say Unika's rock. Scissors has like a, I don't know. The sharpness gives me an air of complexity for some reason. I'll show you exactly what I mean, right? I'll literally show you exactly what I mean. Although both characters can kind of do it, Abba just having her jealous rage state makes it a bit harder, right? Makes it a bit harder. So in Strive, a lot of characters in many ways, as long as you know what they are, can do things on block that are safe without having to think about it. So like with Abba, you can literally do any light or any button into this and you're safe. If you finish it, you'll get punished. If you space it well enough, you won't. But low level players aren't going to be too aware of that, right? You can do this off any conversion ever on block and you're safe. As long as you don't follow it through. You can just do this all the time. Same thing with this. You can end every single block string in this and you will never be punished. Because it's plus, right? You don't have to worry about being punished. You can just keep doing them, right? But the reward Abba gets off these is kind of hard for lower level players to capitalise on. Because of the way that she is, right? And just in general, she's a slower character, right? Which always is difficult for low-level players. Unika Arrow can do the same thing, but her punishment is her reward is a lot easier to understand. So Unika can do this, right? And if you block the second hit, she can just do this for free. Now she's -3, but you can't punish that, right? And her RPS here is if she does DP. It will beat any button that you press that isn't invincible. Right? If you press first, you'll beat her, but she doesn't have to press here. Right? So you can either mash and hope to beat them, or just run in and hope to hit them, or you can DP. But the point is, you don't even have to think until you get to this point. All you have to do is hit her, and you can do this for free. It doesn't matter. You can do this too. Now there's a gap here, but unless somebody doesn't know that or they're mashing, they're going to block that. And then you can just run in because you're plus 12. But you don't even need to think about that. All you need to think about the fact is, you've done that and now you can just do another thing. But you don't have to think about doing this. You can just do it. And most times, you're not going to get punished for doing this. Unless somebody knows that you can get punished for doing that, you are not going to get punished for doing that that often. You might get people spamming DP like crazy, but then you got to adjust and just do this and don't do a DP, and they'll just fly into the air and then punish you. Or don't do a laser, and they'll just fly into the air and you can punish them. Same thing with this. You can just do this all the time. As long as it hits, you can just do this. It doesn't matter. And then just dash afterwards and do something else. You don't even have to dash. You can do this if you want to. Or you can do this if you're close enough. But you don't have to think, really. You can just keep doing it. Whereas Abba doesn't have as many things that she can just keep doing that give her as much of a potent situation afterwards. And situations of which she can take advantage of anyway for lower level players because of how she is as a character. Whereas this character is the opposite of that, in my opinion. I just feel like I missed out on learning fundamentals of fighting games. It's kind of hard, especially because you can't really just do it by yourself. You kind of need to refer to people who know what they're doing more than you, so that you can understand concepts that you just otherwise wouldn't even encounter or know to understand before coming upon that understanding, right? But I don't think the fundamental, like if you're just talking about, I need to learn a base set of fundamentals so I can come on and play every week, once or twice, and have some fun, win some, lose some. I don't think you need that much. You don't need that much. Explain the video? What is the video? I'm getting a fucking ad. Well, that'll be your guy. I mean, that's quite lovely. Can I actually have a real RPS mechanic, like literal RPS mechanic in a game, please? That'd be lovely. Paper one, I'm uninstalling? What, the game? I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. If you don't want to play, that's completely fair enough. As I say, there's no point playing if it's not giving you the joy, you know? That's what you want to be doing it for. But BRB, because I've just got to answer these messages again. BRB.
Danger. Third max. Danger. Third max. Danger. Third max.
Round back. Only quitters change their strategy. But no, I guess it just depends on like what you enjoy playing the most, like genre wise. I mean, people will do what it is they necessarily need to do to improve in whatever genre if the enjoyment that they're getting out of playing the genre is consummate enough for them to actually do it, if you get what I mean. If you're not getting the enjoyment, then why would you do the thing that you need to do to, or the many types of thing that you could do to thingy, do you know what I mean? To further improve. I don't think it's a motivating factor if you're not getting the joy from the game.
Kill yourself.
I play against people like Tanuki or someone like Tanuki to analyze your gameplay. The thing is, whilst you're right, Orc, I can see why this is frustrating with fighting games, right? Because I can only show Koro one matchup and one set of answers for that matchup. Now, some of those answers will transcend matchups. Some things I can tell him about certain exchanges will transcend matchups, right? But he's not going to know that. I'm going to have to give him every single example, which I probably won't even be able to do off the top of my head, right? So those things will be lost in translation. And then, as I say, I can only give him one set of advice, per se, that will actually work for him and be useful to him. So we might play 20 games of Unika and finally he understands how to play against Unika, and he understands Unika's options to a decent degree to the point where he can play against her and be relatively confident. But then what happens if he goes to... What happens if he then... We shake hands, we say thanks for the game, Tanuki. He goes into tower, he plays against Asuka. He's just back at square one. If that's not enjoyable for Korra, I can totally understand that.
You should kill yourself.
Oh shit. I mean, learning the matchup doesn't bother me, I think it's fun, but like, can one learn the matchup while having fun against people 3 times my level? I would say no. I think you're right in that regard. At least to a... I don't think it's the most effective way whatsoever. It's how I learned and I liked it, but I don't think it's the most effective way. For example, let's take me and you specifically as the 2 players involved. I don't think me and you playing against each other is the best way to learn for you. I think me teaching you is the best way for me to learn, for you to learn. In any engagement where the both of us are involved, I don't think, with my current skill level and your current skill level, us playing against each other is the best idea. At least as a method to learn things, for the most part. It can help some things, of course, because it's practical demonstration at the end of the day. But it's not the what I would think would be the most effective way of doing it. What I think would be the most effective way of me helping you learn in any context in this game is me showing you things that you don't know the answer to, and then you taking that and applying it to your game. Because the problem is not they didn't know how to fight Unika, it's its fundamental suck ass. It depends on what are the parameters of the problem. So if Korra wants to be in the Celestial floor and like be insane, then yeah, you can say that the problem is fundamentals aren't good either, right? But if he just wants to be able to play well enough to win a bit more and lose a bit more, I say win a bit more, lose a bit more against characters that he, and like understand why he lost and why he won. I don't think fundamentals are the biggest talking point in the sense that they need to be improved drastically. I mean, I was saying this earlier. I don't think you need that much. You don't need that much. If you just kind of want to get decent to somewhat understand what's going on. I don't think you need that much fundamental wise. You do need a bit, there's no doubt about that, there's no avoiding that. But you need you don't need as much as it might be perceived that you would need. I mean, you, Tanuki, can still look at what he's doing over enough matches and find patterns to his play that might be detrimental to his games. Oh, 100%, yeah, for sure. But again, like we'd be further defining what it is Koro would want, right? If Koro would want that, and Koro thinks that will be conducive towards him reaching a certain skill level where he can enjoy the game more, or at least competency level with his character of choice, where he can enjoy the game more, then fair enough. But I would say, just from watching him in the games that we played, he's probably already there with Alfeld, at least. You're probably already there. I don't think Alfeld is the problem, or Koro's understanding of Alfeld is the problem at this point. For my perceived understanding of where Koro wants to be with this game, or would like to be with this game, which has got nothing to do, well, it does have something to do with skill, but it's not the predominant factor. Like, it's the enjoyment. I don't think I necessarily need to massively increase his skill. He would need to increase his knowledge, not his skill. I think that is the missing ingredient that would make the game feel a lot less volatile, even though it still will feel volatile, a lot less volatile and random, and more like he's actually playing the game, not that he's watching the game. I don't know if that's speaking accurately, Koro. It depends, and so my dick. Back when I was still 4-7 playing against you Titans gave me great insights. Or 3 3/4 inches in your mouth, back and forth, back and forth. I haven't seen Intensity's firm grasp inspire me to learn my moves better. Great times. A firm grasp on his moves. I think it'll be conducive to that, because of what you said before. Gotta hit the library, do 6 reps of 10 minutes labbing. Honestly, it doesn't even need to be that long. Like, it might be that long, it depends on what the thing is, right? But I've shown this on stream before. The way it should work is something happens to you, and I think you should only pick one thing. But as you improve, you'll be able to do multiple things at once. But or sequentially. But I think you should always pick one thing. So who did I just play against? I can't even fucking remember. Who the fuck did it was Asuka, right? So if I just played against Asuka, this is what you would do. Let's say it was the cubes, right? And you didn't know how to stop him from doing what the fuck is it here? I have to buy DLC, me not doing it. See, that makes it does make it more complicated with DLC. Which is annoying. I guess for specific characters like this, you'd probably have to ask someone for the specific answer. I can be a source of knowledge for some of these things. Not that I know everything. But something like, for any character, if they're like doing something to you, like Asuka will do like classic button cube, right? So it keeps changing. I need him to have the light cube. Which button did I press? I pressed square, right? So I'll just reset until he gets blue cube on his thing. I could re-rack it, but I can't be fucking arsed. There we go. Right, so he's got the blue cube on his square input, right? So he's going to do button into blue cube, right? So you figure out here you can't press and that's frame tight, right? And then you keep going. That's not frame tight, so you can DP. If you don't have a DP, what can you do? Give me the fucking zappity. There we go. If you don't have a DP, what can you do? 6P works. Okay, I found an answer. Fuck off. Get out of training mode now. Get out of training mode and play again. because you're just gonna get bored in there. You're just gonna get bored. Get out. Go back online. All you need is one answer. And then when you go back in and you play again, if it doesn't work... Hold on, there's my dog in choose my room. Come on, out. Come on. Come on. You find one answer and you try and do it when it encounters you in a match, which you're not always going to do first time. But you do it and it works. Great. Done. Solved. If it doesn't work, you've got to try and look at why it doesn't work. Maybe you mistimed it, right? If it's something that if you can determine that it's not your timing and it's just not working, then you go back and you do it again. And you figure out another answer. So it's 10 o'clock, dumbass, go to bed. God damn! I'll play another match or two and then I'm going off. Have you watched the video? What video? Oh, there.
According to a nationwide survey, 4 out of 5 people are happy with their life.
Are they now?
Kill yourself.
Your Majesty. Oh shit. I really can't afford to not pay attention against this player. This guy's fucking sick. I've just messed up. He's gonna parry me, I think. Oh no. Oh shit. The dog know how to open doors, smart ass dog. My door's not closed, so unfortunately, well, that would be cool if my dog knew how to open doors. Oh shit. Have a safe drive home, Will, if you're driving or whatever. Safe travels. Oh my god, how did I even block that? That was actually sick. I'm actually okay with patting my bussy on that one. Oh shit. Oh shit. There we go. We go for the reset now. Oh. She's not dead, is she? No, man. I could have done 6 HDP. I could have done that. I'm not particularly scared of her without bursty yet. I'm just trying to be annoying now. Fuck's sake. No way. Oh my god. That was close. That was close.
You should kill yourself.
That was a DP. Watch the video, I did. Blow up. I'm surprised I haven't got parried yet. Oh fuck. I'm surprised I haven't got parried yet. DP! Oh. What happened in it? It was some scuff animation about a second boss is it the fucking... I don't know what he said. Can't remember what he said already. The second boss is it the water bottle. It's hit the Big Ben. Oh shit. It's hit the tower. Oh fuck. Oh, I thought he was going to rope me. That would have hit me anyway, wouldn't it? Fuck. How did I just hit it there? Because I didn't... Unless I got close slash, but I was fucking miles away. Oh, that's not the right combo. Fucking hell, that was close.
You should kill yourself.
Oh, we'll take that. I fucking DP'd! I DP'd! No! I'm still not dead. Oh my god, my fucking 2K didn't come out. Are you kidding me? Unix, how would you react if I told you I'm stroking my shit right now? Haha, just kidding. Unless... I mean, I wouldn't blame you, I would. For me too.
You should kill yourself.
Bad dash. Oh, what? Oh. Oh shit. What's happening? Give me. Shit! Oh my god. I could kill her. Got it. Fucking hell.
You should kill yourself.
That's cool. No, I was anticipating the counter hit, man. I should have hit confirmed it instead. I was patient. There's the DP. Backdash. She's doing backdash. She missed me. No! Where's my close slash? No, she wasn't in the air! Hit her! Yes, thank fuck. Oh my god. Jesus. Jesus! I got knee surgery tomorrow. Can you pray for me? Can you pray for me? Do you guys believe in aliens? That's a great question. Depends what you mean by aliens. I got no idea.
You should kill yourself.
Now! I was hoping she'd parry there. I DP'd on the other side, man! I'm about to get fucking mixed. Oh, she fucked up it. Never mind. Never mind.
You should kill yourself.
What the fuck? That confused me. She needs to stop tension blocking that. You're making it easy for me. It's not over yet, but I'm in trouble. I'm in a bad way. I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Oh, I was close enough. Are you kidding me? Fuck. In my dono.
You should kill yourself.
Now. Shit. fucking reach me, man. Right, I'm fucking jumping in this bitch. Holy shit. By the way, the government gave me 700 euros, but I suppose some money on hookers, god damn. I was doing some charity work. Oh shit. Tommy guy. Ouchies. Are you gonna burst this? Yeah, okay. Doesn't really bother me like that. Oh my god! Oh, look at the damage! Oh my god! Jeez! Jesus! Come here! Come here! Oh my lord! That damage was crazy! Oh shit!
I'll accept any future I face. I know I can.
You should kill yourself.
Now. Oh shit. I don't know why I'm trying to go air to air with this fucking character, man. Didn't think I was gonna hit her.
You should kill yourself.
Oh shit. But me and this guy are throwing the fuck down. We are throwing the fuck down. I thought he was gonna burst, man. Oh my god. This guy's biking is crazy. Keep trying to DP in that gap. Oh shit. No. Well, what is this rollback? No, I fucking cocked the game up. This guy's so good though. Right, one more set. One more set and then I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci gang. Oh.
You should kill yourself.
I'm basically calling her out to do the right thing. Me and this guy just go into fucking war. We are fucking going after each other, man. This is crazy. Oh shit. These are the fucking sets I like, where it's just fucking... The pace is just frenetic, like it's so fast. I'm getting thrown. Oh no, never mind. Get me back in there. Fucking get me back in there.
You should kill yourself.
Oh. I was calling out the far slash. I don't even know if that beats it, but I was going to try and see if it did. Oh, it's the first time she's got me there. Oh! No, I didn't think she'd do it. Oh.
You should kill yourself.
Fuck. Oh. No, if that close slash prevent. This ain't fucking over. This is not over. Especially now that I've got fucking positive bonus, this is not over. No, I messed it up! I messed it up! I fucked up my no, for fuck's sake. No, I fucked it up. I just choked that so bad. I fucking panicked because I didn't do weapons free, which is what my idea was. So I was like panicking trying to think up a route. I thought I was going to wasp part, never mind.
You should kill yourself.
Okay. Oh shit! Oh, the damage! Come here! I was hoping Heavy Slash would just kill outright. Guess I'm not really taking into account guts well enough there. There we go. Right then. Right then. That throw was juicy. Yeah, I was ready right there. I was ready. I was ready. Right then, just a short little stream. I might be back tomorrow, I'm not sure. We shall see. We shall see. Oh dear. But yeah, until the next time, look after yourselves. Have a good one. Where the fuck's my ABS? Oh, it's here. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next one.